Hey YouTube, Black Money here, and I am back with another video. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Today we're talking about my top 5 reads. I'm just going to give you guys my top 5 reads of the week. So let's get into it. So number 1 on the list is Evelyn Lozada. I'm so sick of you. Now you're Afro-Latina. Honey, we been knew you on years. We been knew you for years. We been watching you for years. You ain't never been Afro nothing but an Afro hater. But okay, let's say you are Afro-Latina, even though the Afro-Latinas are not claiming you. But okay, let's say you are Afro-Latina. You're still colorist and you're still trash. All of a sudden you're Afro-Latina because you don't want to be dragged for calling a dark-skinned African woman a monkey. Honey, keep the same energy in which you said it. Keep that same energy. Now you just a fake, a fraud, and a phony. And you're still colorist. Hype because somebody was talking to your ex-husband? The man you said put his hands on you? Why you worried about who he talking to? It don't matter. You should be thanking her for getting him out of your face. Honey, I've been in an abusive relationship and I don't care who that man talked to. I don't care. Only thing I can tell you, girl, is duck. Duck and cover. Bob and weave. You are such a phony. You ended this entire man's career and now what you want him back or something? I don't get it. You're such a narcissist and a liar. And you did not have a storyline this year. Your only storyline was jumping into other people's mess, acting like a straight hood booger. And oh, let's not forget, oh, somebody was talking about my daughter. Child, your daughter grown. She might be on the season. She might be on the show next season, y'all. I wouldn't be surprised if she eventually ends up on this show. Because you raise a daughter, your daughter basically becomes the woman that you are because you've taught her your ways. I would not be surprised if her daughter ends up on this show. I'm over this woman. Like, seriously. I'm so done with her. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I did sign a petition. I signed it. I signed it. Period. This woman is a mess. And I'm over it. Moving forward. Read number 2 goes to Malik Yoba. Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm not with the whole thing, oh, well, he just gay. Oh, well, he just gay. Listen, people can classify themselves however they want to classify themselves. But he's not talking about the real issue. Were you paying underage trans men or women, whichever one you prefer? I don't know, y'all. I'm not going into details. Were you having intercourse with underage teens? Yes or no? Period. He still hasn't touched on that. I mean, I think he came out once and denied it. And then he was being interviewed by the guy. And then all of a sudden, you're aggressive. Honey, this situation isn't going anywhere. Forget the entire acting career you have. You are now known for this. You are now known for this. And you tried to jump in front of the story. If you wanted to jump in front of the story and try to control the narrative, the first thing you should have did was hire a lawyer. Because paying underage people for intercourse is a crime, which makes you a common criminal and a pervert. I don't care if you're trans attractive. Were you paying underage people for sex? Were you or were you not? Stop lying. Next on the list is Just Brittany, or Just a Homewrecker Brittany. who Ben was accused by lovely Mimi of sleeping with her husband. She was the one that, you know, she said her husband wouldn't stop messing around with behind her back. They was friends first. Lovely Mimi's husband ended up being arrested and charged with some drug-related charges. Now that this man is locked up, all of a sudden you want to come out and address the issue. Honey, you never addressed this issue before because you were still sleeping with that man. Now all of a sudden he gone and he can't pay your bills. Now you want to get in front of the situation and try to control the narrative. You know what? I'm so done with this. She got on there on her way to church, allegedly. She got on live on her way to church and wanted to, I guess, clear it up. That was a whole mess. And she spoke just like a true homewrecker whose bag has dried up. We could see right through you. Like, we could see right through you. You like every other hood rat searching for a bag. You don't care who this man belonged to. If he willing to do it, then you down. And that's what it was. And if that's what it is, then say that. Say that. Moving forward. Chelsea Handler. Y'all, I can't. And every time I see this woman with her whole white privilege special on Netflix, which I have not watched and I don't intend on watching, or I see her promoting this special, because she's been everywhere talking to anyone who would listen about her Netflix special and how she's used her white privilege. Honey, please just cut it out. Please just cut it out. Every time I see this woman, I think about Monique and everything Monique said. Everything Monique said. Like, she's addressing her white privilege everywhere except for, and in every situation, except for how she got this Netflix special to begin with. Because you got this special on white privilege, honey. And if that's not chapter 1 of the story, then I don't want to listen to it. If you wanted to get me to listen to it, you should have talked about how white privilege is the reason why you got the special on Netflix. And you might want to have somebody throw it out there how much you got paid, because we're very curious. I'm over this. And I watched the interview that she did with Jada Pinkett Smith and her mother on the Red Table Talk. And this woman just gives me a headache. Like, I'm over it. There have been several times where she walked out of a grocery store with products that she did not pay for because the line was too long for her to wait. Is that wrong? Yes. Is that white privilege? Yes. It's also narcissistic and just bad parenting for her to think that that's acceptable or that's okay, and she did it solely for the fact that she knows that she would get away with it. She met up with a boyfriend that she was not a ride or die. She rolled, and then she basically, you know, used her white privilege to get out the situation. And her boyfriend went to jail. Like, I'm over this woman. Like, and she could stop telling her story. She should have stopped like yesterday. I'm done. I'm done with the whole situation and everything that she's addressing. Because if you're not going to talk about what Monique was talking about and how you got this special and how much they paid you for this special for you to get on here and talk about your white privilege, then there's nothing you could tell me. And if you think for a second that she's done using her white privilege to get ahead, you're wrong. Moving forward. Last but not least, 6ix9ine. Tasha K did this interview with this woman who was the first person to ever be like robbed at gunpoint, the first person to ever call the cops on 6ix9ine, and it just really got me looking at this guy crazy. Like, he was willing to do anything and everything to basically push his rap career. The only reason he even got into a gang was to push his rap career, and he did not do hip-hop any favors with his rap career. He was like the worst example of a rapper. He was the worst example of a hip-hop artist. He was not a good example of a man. Like, these were the people that we let into hip-hop. I'm over this guy. Being in the gangs wasn't what you thought it was. You trusted gang members to treat you right. Honey, these days, you can't even trust family to treat you right. You trusted these gang members to treat you right, and when they show their true colors, who they really are, like, these people are in gangs. Like, these people are robbing and, you know, holding innocent people at gunpoint. Like, they don't care about nobody, least of all you, and you got the most money. Stop it. Now all of a sudden you turned on them and you're snitching. And apparently he turned down protective services for after he's released. Like, he's not interested in being in protective custody. He's not interested in going into the witness protection program. He don't want that. He wants to come back to his music career. And this has been a debate. Like, me and my boyfriend even talked about this before. Like, this dude really is going to come back and have a music career. Like, my boyfriend works at one of the top clubs in Philly as his second job, and he said they still play his music and people still be dancing to it. So chances are he's going to come back to a music career and he's still going to have a thriving career. Like, I am so over this guy. He is the biggest disgrace to hip-hop. He is the biggest disgrace. I'm trying to think of somebody who might have been worse than him, you know, because there are a lot of rappers who went to jail or beat the case or are still in jail. There are rappers who are serving life that I honestly give more respect to than 6ix9ine. I don't even know what else to say. Like, if I never heard his name again, I would be fine with that. But he will be back, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys feel about him coming back and relaunching his music career. Are you going to buy his albums? Are you going to continue to be a fan? How do you feel about this? I'm not buying nothing. I ain't buying nothing the first time, so I'm not buying nothing now. Alright guys, so those are my top 5 reads of the week. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you will be in the loop when I drop a video. Right now I'm shooting 2 videos in a week. I'm going to try to put them out twice a week. If not, then it will still be at least 1 video a week, guys. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be in a loop as to what's going on in the Blaq Lyfe. I'm Blaq Money. Thank you for tuning in with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you next time on the Blaq Lyfe.